Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the Dukas box. And it's a little one. Dukas was such a quirky guy. But here it is on Warner, 4 CDs with everything by Dukas that you need to have. He was kind of remarkable, you know. He did one of everything and destroyed everything else. I mean, we've heard some of his earlier pieces that survived, his cantatas and other things that have been recorded, and it turns out they really sucked. So he was right to be as picky as he was. He has 1 symphony, 1 piano sonata, 1 ballet, 1 opera, 1 set of keyboard variations, 1 symphonic poem, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Thank God he wrote that. I mean, that was sort of his thing, and he was just incredibly self-critical. And fortunately, basically everything that he allowed to be published or that survives is really very good. I mean, all of his mature stuff. One overture, pardon me, there's 1 overture. But let's see what's in here, shall we? And we can take it from there. You get your nice little booklet and 4 discs. There's not much of this stuff, I'm telling you. So what do we got? We've got his Piano Sonata in E-flat, which is an amazing work. It's big. It's like Hammerklavier big. And it ends like slowly and quietly, or, you know, it's like nuts. And it's like 30, 40 minutes long. I mean, it's just a major, major work. Then we've got his Variations on a Theme by Rameau. And then 3 little teeny tiny pieces, well, 2 little tiny pieces. His Prélude Elegiaque on the name of Haydn, and his La Plainte au loin du faune, which is a miserable faun's lament in the distance, or something like that. And finally, his Sorcerer's Apprentice, arranged for 2 pianos. So you've got François-René Duchable, piano in the sonata, and Jean Hubeau, piano and everything else, and Martha Argerich and Alexandre Rabinovich in the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I mean, you know, good stuff. Let's go on to disc 2. Let's see what we have in disc 2. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have his Villanelle for horn and piano. It's like 1 little horn piece. And his sonnet. And let's see. Pierre Ronsard. Okay, fine. With Philip Yarovsky, countertenor. Ooh. And then we've got Polyeucte, the overture. Polyeucte, the tragedy by Corneille. And this was written in 1891. It's one of his earliest works. And then his big symphony in C major, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, wonderful piece. In 3 big, juicy movements, 14, 14, 10 minutes. Yeah, serious stuff. Deserves to be performed. I mean, it has wonderful tunes. Da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da! That's the closing theme of the opening movement's exposition. You can even do the opening theme. I mean, it's great music. And the second subject, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da. I mean, I can't do it. It's got all kinds of wonderful little accidental notes and things in it. And then the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yay! This is with the Jean Martinon recordings of all of this stuff. And Martinon's Dukas disc was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. His performance of the Symphony in C is maybe the best. Maybe, I think that's one of them for sure. It's actually been recorded quite a few times, because when you do Dukas discs, that's all you could do. You could do the overture, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, the Symphony, and voila, and maybe La Pairie, you know, the ballet, which is right here. This is with the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande under Armin Jordan, and you get the fanfare, which you absolutely must have. But you absolutely, totally must have. It's all Armin Jordan conducting, which is good. And then the opera, Ariane et Barbe Bleue. Now, Ariane et Barbe Bleue, first of all, it's a beautiful opera, absolutely wonderful opera. It never gets performed because the libretto is one of those symbolist Maurice Maeterlinck things that's like completely meaningless. You know, I mean, totally, utterly. What happens is Bluebeard actually gets captured by his wives. And then they let him go and desert him. And one of his wives, by the way, is Mélisande, as in Pélias at Mélisande. So that when Golod finds her later in the opera Pélias at Mélisande, and she says she's a princess, she doesn't know where she came from, she doesn't know where it was, we know she was one of Bluebeard's wives. Yeah, there you go. She had a crown. Anyway, you know, that's Dukas. If you don't know that opera, you really should. The opening scene is just hauntingly beautiful, wonderful. Unfortunately, you don't get texts and translations. I mean, why should you have those? Wouldn't have killed them. The opera was on Erato. It's only been recorded like 2 or 3 times now. There's one on Telarc too, believe it or not, because what's his name did it? Leon Botstein. But it's really, really beautiful work. I have the score. It's gorgeous. Anyway, so everything Dukas wrote, basically, in this box here, is worth hearing. All of these performances are excellent. And you'd be insane not to get it, unless, of course, you have all this stuff already with these performances, which a lot of us, like me, probably already do. But what the hell? Get it again. It couldn't hurt, right? I mean, how much effort does it take to listen to 4 discs of fabulous turn-of-the-century French music by a real master? Crazy, maybe, eccentric, self-critical to the point of self-destruction. But yes, great stuff. Get your Dukas. Here it is. Get it while you can. And keep on listening, friends. Take care.